Introducing the all-new Corolla.
We will need 43 more teachers, 32 more doctors and nurses, 17 more police officers and firemen. And how much money has DoD said it will give to us to help us deal with these buildup impacts? Take action.
Local grassroots organization We Are Guahan has released a new public service announcement that aims to educate the public about the real impacts of the military buildup. Spokesman Levin Camacho.
One of the numbers that has been floating around, or ideas, is that the buildup is going to create jobs. And the SEIS does say that there are going to be 7,031 jobs that are created. And that's what people who are in favor of the buildup at any cost throw out there. But what they don't tell the community is that 87% of these jobs are going to be construction jobs, and that 72% of those jobs are going to be taken by off-island workers.
And of the socioeconomic impacts, Camacho says Department of Defense's assumptions that the increase in Guam's revenues as a result of the military buildup will make up for those negative impacts is simply wrong.
We've talked about the impacts on our schools, on our hospital, firemen, police officers, all the additional social services we're going to need. And DoD has basically said, well, let's just assume that you're going to have enough money to take for it. And that's an easy assumption for them to make because they have a brand new hospital. They have the funding that whenever they need it to build new schools, they have the funding to hire new teachers.
On their end.
That's correct. The government of Guam doesn't have the luxury of just saying, well, we're going to magically come up with funding for 40 more teachers.
But the governor's office disagrees. Spokesman Phil Leon Guerrero says that the military buildup, if done right, will benefit the island.
The military buildup, when done correctly, will move our economy even further forward to allow for jobs to be created, to create new industries, and to create more opportunities for existing industries to grow. And that's why the governor supports it, beyond the fact that it's the right thing to do for America's national security.
DoD makes all kinds of assumptions. One, that we're going to collect 100% of all taxes that are owed. Gov Guam does not collect 100% of the taxes owed to it. And if you look at the OPA's audit of the Department of Revenue Tax's ability to even go through GRT, it's challenging for them because they don't have the personnel to process all that paperwork.
A lot of them were concerned about Section 30 monies not being captured by rotational forces. That was addressed through the partnership we have with the military. That's why in 2012, the Department of Treasury and the U.S. Department of Defense came to an agreement to make these rotational Marines contribute to the Section 30 funds.
We've got a commitment right now from DoD that the Marines who are rotated through here will be paying Section 30 funding, but that's not binding. At any point, that can change.
In fact, Camacho says a tax revenue chart that could be found in the draft SEIS shows that tax revenues with the military buildup will only go up by a few percent.
From day one, our role has been what's in the SEIS, and we trust that our community is smart enough to make its own decisions, again, once it gets all the information that's out there. And unfortunately, a lot of these build-up at any cost people, spread all kinds of misinformation about this is going to be a huge boost for our economy, there are going to be billions of dollars in revenue. None of that's true.